Hello. This video is about how to work on the essay quote collector for the book Into the Wild. So, what you're going to do first is you're going to pull up the Into the Wild text. And in order to find that, if you don't have a copy of the actual book at home, there's a link on the home page for our class. So you're going to click on this here, and it's going to open up a document that looks like this, right? So here's the story. Now, because if you're using the online version of Into the Wild, there are no page numbers, and that's okay. So because when you quote from this document, you're just going to include the chapter, what chapter the quote came from, instead of the page number. So then I'm going to go back and I'm going to I'm going to go into the modules, and I'm going to open up the quote collector, which is here. I moved it into week 4, and then as we read the book, I will keep moving it into the subsequent weeks that follow. So once you click that open, you'll notice that you've got this first area here that you probably read over and highlighted the important things. And one of the important things of resilient people was that they are likable and friendly. And just the other day, when we were reading in class, I remember reading about Jan Burrs and her boyfriend Bob, and they picked Chris up he was out hitchhiking, and they gave him a ride in their RV. And she spoke very highly of him, and she said he was a nice kid. So I'm going to find that part here. I think I have it saved it highlighted. Hang in there with me. Look away if you get dizzy. um, oh shoot! I think it wasn't in chapter 3. It was chapter 4. Yep. Okay. So I want to find that part. I know in the textbook it's on page 30, but here it is. I did copy it. I highlighted it. Okay, so Jan Burrs says about Chris, he was a really good kid. We thought the world of him. When he left, we never expected to hear from him again, but he made a point of staying in touch. So I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to add it to my quote collector. I'm going to paste it right here. I'm going to include quotation marks. And then because it's from the e version, I'm just going to why don't we just put number, like that's the chapter number 4, okay? And then the period at the end. There, perfect. So I can go back, and I hopefully can find some of this in the text later if I need to read a little bit more. Now, if I'm using the textbook version, right, I'm going to paste that there. If this is textbook version, put my quotation marks around it. Oh, come on. And get rid of that period. I'm going to put page number, sorry. I'm going to put page 30, and then the period at the end. So here is going to be chapters if you're using the e-version, and here's going to be page numbers if you're using the book. Okay, so that's one of the quotes. I might find a better quote later, in another chapter, and I can just add it below. But for now, I've got at least one that shows that Chris is likable and friendly. Excellent communication skills. Hey, that's standing out to me right now. I'm going to highlight that because I should have done that the other day. But he does communicate, right? He made a point of staying in touch. Maybe I just want to move that little bit down into this box. He had a sense of humor about oneself. Okay, so as I'm reading, if any of these pop out at me, I'm going to include a portion of the book that would support that. Now let's go down to the 12 rules of survival. Stay calm, use fear, organize, make a plan, manageable chunks, celebrate joy. I don't really have anything that's standing out from chapters 1 through 4 yet. maybe today when we read chapter 5 and he is going down the Colorado River. Oh, no, wait. That part is in chapter 4, right? He calms himself. It says he screams on page 36. He screams and beats a canoe with the oar. The oar breaks. Alex has a spare one. He calms himself. If he loses, second oar is dead. Okay, so maybe that is don't panic. So maybe I want to include that. So how would I find that portion in the text? Like if the e-text, if I'm thinking about it later. So I know it's in chapter 4 somewhere, and I'm getting close. So what I can do to where it is, but I'm not sure, I can just do Control F, and a little find box comes up here at the top, and I can put in or. Ooh, there's 101 out of 20. There's 28 parts of the text that have the word or in it. Because I know he breaks the or, right? Floorboards. Oh, here it is. Second one. The white caps grew into high breaking waves. In great frustration, the journal reads. He screams and beats canoe with oar. The oar breaks. Alex has a spare one. He calms himself. If he loses his second oar, he is dead. Okay, I'm going to copy this. We go back to the essay quote collector because I like this for don't panic. I'm going to put my quotation marks. I'm going to paste it. End quotation marks. Number 4. Okay. Cool. And then if I'm in the book, right, that was on page 36. So if I'm in the book, my end here is going to be a little bit different. So now I've got one for 12 Rules of Survival and then one for the Resilient People. So I'm looking good. I got 2 so far. And remember, you are collecting quotations that have to do with your essay question, which is I'm going to analyze whether or not I consider Chris McCandless to be a survivor. So I'm starting to get to know his circumstances. I'm starting to collect things that show he is either meeting these characteristics of resilient people and survivorship, or he's not meeting them. But so far, he's doing pretty good in just those couple of chapters. Okay, I hope that helps you. And as you continue reading, if something stands out, you should grab a sticky note or put an annotation somewhere or just make note of it so that you can go back and add it to your quote collector. Or you can stop reading right then and get it done and add it to it. All right, let me know if you have any questions.